What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and somebody contacted me the other day asking me if I would put up a video. They said, why haven't you talked about Killzone Shadowfall announcing dedicated servers? And sure enough, if you go and you search, does Shadowfall have dedicated servers, there are tons of stories that come up. Don't worry, Killzone Shadowfall has dedicated servers. And this was all over the news a few days ago. And I don't even think that I put it up on VGN. So I've actually had a couple of messages saying, you know, why isn't this a story to you? You know, you're being biased or whatever. So anyway, let me tell you why I didn't actually publish this story. If you go and click on one of these, you know, everybody's talking about it. Oh yeah, anybody surprised? Of course, Daddies have always been on Sony games, all without the power of the cloud. So let's go and actually look at where this information came from. So it actually started with the PlayStation blog. They were doing a question and answer with the devs of Killzone Shadowfall. And here we go. What is Killzone Shadowfall's multiplayer network structure like? Killzone Shadowfall has dedicated servers hosted in various regions around the world. Bam! And that is the sentence that everybody got super excited about. But I don't believe anybody continued reading, because if you continue, let's take a look at this. These servers do not run the logic of the game. They only act as a hub between the clients, forwarding network traffic from one player in-game to all the other players in-game. This allows people with slower connections or strict firewall settings to play without issues. Almost all logic relating to you moving, shooting, and taking damage runs on your local PlayStation 4, with only a very small portion of the game logic, i.e. the scoring in-game, actually running on the Session Master. One PlayStation 4 in the game selected for its connection quality. So I don't know how everybody else read it, but the way I read it is that everything happens on your PlayStation 4 with one PlayStation 4 being selected as the top one because of its connection quality. Now, it doesn't sound like this is a strict peer-to-peer, so it's technically not correct to call it a peer-to-peer, but as far as dedicated servers and the way that gamers usually talk about dedicated servers, this does not appear to be truly dedicated servers in the way that most people talk about them. This looks more like a hybrid of sorts, so that your game continues. Like, even if the host drops out, the dedicated, quote, server that it's talking to, it will then switch around and pick somebody else so that you don't lose connection with the game. So this seems to be more like a hybrid, and I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. They claim, the devs do, that they've pretty much worked out all the lag. They said that it's a really clean experience online, so, you know, if it works, that's all that matters in the end. And before I did this video, I tried to do some research to see if anybody else was reporting what this is actually saying. And the only people that I could find out who really seemed to have read the same article that I read, they were the actual Killzone community. And if you go in there, there's a lot of threads where a lot of the hardcore gamers, at least, are complaining, because they usually do clan matches, so of course they want the optimal best connection that you can possibly get. So post below, let me know, do you think this is a, I don't know, did I read it right? I mean, am I missing something here, or is this really a true dedicated server that we're used to? I just don't see how that's possible if it's selecting one PlayStation 4 for its connection, because I thought that was the whole point, to get off one person's connection. So post below, let me know, inform me, possibly. And if you want to stay tuned to the latest news and details, stay tuned to VGNVideoGamesNews.com and right here to this channel. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.